Welcome to Life's a Roller Coaster podcast. I'm your host, Bud Simmons. This is episode 2. Yes, I know. Somehow I am on this podcast. I am doing this and trying to figure it out as I go. This is probably like the third, fourth, or maybe even fifth time of trying to record this intro part. Trust me, I constantly am screwing up. But I'm getting through it, having fun, and just enjoying life and the roller coaster that we're on. This week, I want to talk a little bit about a subject that I think we all struggle with. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I could maybe talk for 5 minutes. Maybe I can somehow get through it and talk for the 30 minutes that I kind of want to roughly get around for every podcast, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But the topic of today is fear. I believe that fear is hurting us constantly every day. We, as a human being, fear things that sometimes just aren't real. We look at something and fear it for absolutely no reason. And that is constantly putting stress on our body and hurting us as we go through our life. Fear is defined, and I have an iPad that I'm looking at. I don't know the actual definition by heart of fear, but in a definition, fear is a powerful, universal, unpleasant primary emotion triggered by the perception of imminent danger or threat. Yes, that is a lot to put into words that, to be honest, I'm not that smart. Some of those words I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? But fear initiates the body's survival focused fight or flight. Now, I know I am the type of person that I'm going to fight. If you threaten me and I fear that something is going to happen, I'm not going to run away from it. I'm going to fight it. And you might be the opposite. You might be the person who backs off, which is fine. That is your own preference of how you deal with fear. Everybody deals with fear differently. I know that I constantly struggle with fear of abandonment, fear of losing my job, of losing my kids, of losing my girlfriend, losing my family. And that has put a toll on my life constantly. I know I struggle with telling myself and needing to tell myself, you're okay. Everything's fine. Stop fearing that because it is putting stress on me for absolutely no reason. I know fear is something that can stress our bodies out, and you may not be able to sleep at night because you're fearing whatever that fear is that's going on in your life. I know in the Bible, Philippians 4:6 of the NLT says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. I know there was a time in my life when I was very fearful of losing everything. And I did not pray. I was mad at God for everything that was going on. And it broke me. It broke me down to my core. It wasn't until I surrendered it all to Him and started praying that fear went away. That fear of losing everything, God was sitting there going, I have a plan for you. Stop fearing this because I'm working in through that fear to make you a better person, make you a better father, make you a better man. And I didn't see that at the time. I saw it as, God, why is this happening to me? Why is this action taking over my life? And I feared everything in that moment. It broke me. And it wasn't until I surrendered it over to God that I saw what He was doing and saw that He was working in me so that I could eventually, it took a long time, maybe it took several years for me to climb out of that hole and be able to get to where I am now. I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm still working on myself daily, hourly to better myself. And I still fear things. I still fear losing things, losing my family, losing everything. But I know, trusting in God, that He's going to walk me through it. And He has a plan. And only He knows that plan. Today, I hope that you can work through any fear that you have in your life. We all fear losing something. But is what we're fearing material? Is it part of this world that ultimately we can't take to heaven with us? Is it something that, if I fear losing my house, can I buy another house? Yes. God will provide. Only He knows and how He's working through us. He has a plan for you in your life. Do not fear anything. Trust in Him, and He will get you through it. I know I fear currently, really fearing financially a big struggle. I live, like I said in my first podcast, in Los Angeles County, California. It's not cheap to live in. And money and the cost of everything keeps going up. And working more doesn't add up. It's not what I want to do with my life, is just work, work, work. I want to be home. I want to be with my kids, with my girlfriend, spending time with them, not fearing working for the financial aspect of things just to get a paycheck so I can pay for this or pay for that, pay this bill, pay that bill. Yes, those are all fears that we go through. Fearful of not being able to pay the electric bill, but God provides. How? I don't know, but He does. Somehow, even though I don't think I'm going to make enough, I do, because I'm trusting in Him. That doesn't mean that I don't go into work. I don't work a little bit of overtime to make it so I get a little bit extra to be able to pay those bills. But He provides, because if He wasn't, there wouldn't be overtime. I would miss those bills and not be able to pay. We fear so many things, and that puts so much anxiety on us, which harms our body. Anxiety harms your body. It keeps your heart rates up. Anxiety causes headaches, causes restlessness. Yes, I'm not editing that out. Restlessness, which causes us not to sleep. When we don't sleep, you don't get the recovery and the rest that you need, which then makes you tired throughout the day. Do you see how all of that works together? Starting from the root of, for one instant, just fear. There's many other things that goes on through our day that causes so many more issues on our body, which in turn causes health issues. And when you're not healthy, if you're not eating good, if you're not working out, exercising any type, all of those little triggers are just going to harm your body more. Now, I am not a health freak. I like to eat, but it's also why I work out 2 times a day. I run my 5 miles in the morning, get up at 4 a.m., work out in the afternoon for about 60 minutes. Then I get into the sauna at night. I pray, get to bed. Those things help me clear my mind and get rid of the fear in my life. Trusting in God, knowing that He will walk me through anything that I'm struggling with in life. So I should not be fearing things. I should not be going through my day-to-day actions in constant fear. Fear should not cripple us. If you constantly are fearful, it will cripple you, and you will not be able to go on through life. You have to trust Him and stop fearing everything that's going on. Trust in God, and He will get you through it all. I hope you have a blessed day, a blessed week. I'm not sure if I'm going to just do one post a week, or I might do little 10, 15-minute, 2 days a week. I don't know. It just kind of depends on my thought process, getting used to podcasting, because I never thought I would be doing this, but the Lord's put it on my heart to get this out there, and hopefully this helps you. Hit me up in the comments on anything. I mean, anything. If there's something that you want me to talk about that you think would be a great topic, or if you want to come on to the podcast as well as a co-host, maybe talk about your life and something that you struggle with and how God has helped you through it, I would welcome that with open arms. I'd have to figure out how to add all in, but I know I could figure it out at some point. YouTube is your best friend on everything, especially when it comes to podcasting. I've found that out already plenty of times. But we will work together and trust God to get us through every situation in our life. Like I always say, enjoy the ride.